Welcome to the Client Attraction Alchemy broadcast, where everyday women create unconventional lives. And now your host. She loves to travel, loves to inspire, and is passionate about helping you live your dreams. Monica Mundell.
So let's talk about persistence. I want to talk about persistence because it's Saturday here and I'm working. I should be out playing. I should be out on the beach. And I could choose to do all of these things, right? But I choose to stay in the office today and work because I'm on a mission to launch my signature program next month and actually start selling it. And in order to do that, I've got to do the hard things and be persistent when it comes to putting the funnel into play and actually creating all the assets of my funnel, of my course, before I can launch it. I've never ever sold a program or a course before. In order to do that, I need a lot of things. I need my first 2 modules recorded. I need to actually conceptualize the program. I need to create all the imagery, load it into a membership type of environment so people can access it privately, protected. I need to be able to sell it. So I need emails, I need a sales page, I need an order form, and I'm going to sell it via a online workshop. So I need to create the workshop and record the workshop. I need to create the slides for that. There's like so many things to do, right? And it never ever stops. And then on top of that is all the technical hurdles. It's like yesterday I was mucking around with ClickFunnels because I finally committed to using ClickFunnels after having resisted it for years. I now see the power of ClickFunnels and I'm going to utilize it in my business. And so the software is new. I'm kind of getting around it pretty well, but I had trouble with my funnel not being able to do a test purchase because it just came up as an error. And maybe it was an error with ClickFunnels, but when you're new to a software, it's hard to know what is wrong, right? And that's where most people give up. When the hurdles happen, which they always do, that is when most people give up. 95% of online business owners and entrepreneurs give up when the going gets tough. And that is why 95% of business owners are never successful. And the going gets tough for all of us, whether you have children or grandchildren or no grandchildren. You have challenges in your life. You and I, we have challenges in our lives, and they keep appearing and disappearing. We step over the hurdles, we master them, and then there's another challenge and another hurdle and another something that we don't expect, and it hits us from the left or the right or from behind, and that's when most people give up. They say, I just can't deal with this right now, for whatever excuse, and snickering at you and saying, I wish you would give up your hobby business because, I never see you making any money. And if you don't persist during these challenging times, then you're not going to make that money that you want to make. So you need to be really realistic around what is creative avoidance and what is actually real, as far as, you're putting the pedal to the metal and you're persisting through these challenges and you do whatever needs to be done, no matter what, and you keep your focus on that until you launch that baby. Because if you don't, you just play around with creative avoidance. You go from one shiny bright object to the next shiny bright object. You buy this course, that course, and you do half of it, and then you move on to the next thing because it gets too hard. And resistance shows up and you just ignore resistance because it's easier to move on and to be blinded by the next shiny bright object. I've been there and I've pivoted from one offer to the next. And yes, I made a lot of money. I built 3 successful businesses, but I could be so much further ahead. I could be a multimillionaire by now if I hadn't pivoted from bright shiny object to next bright shiny object. The difference is I actually apply what I learn and I make money with it, but then I still move on. And I'm wondering, why am I doing this? Yes, it's partially because if I lose the passion for something, I do move on, which is fine because we shouldn't be doing stuff that we're not passionate about and that doesn't light us up. So the 3 businesses I built very successfully have lit me up, have made me a lot of money, and I was very passionate about servicing my tribe with these businesses. But then at some stage, my passion kind of wanes and I move on because I'm a multi-passionate person and I want to try something else. I know that if it weren't for pivoting and, working in so many different industries and doing so many things online, I wouldn't have the knowledge and the expertise that I have today. So I wouldn't be the teacher I am today. And I wouldn't be able to teach you from my own personal experience, from my successes and my failures. And it would be incongruent. And there's plenty of incongruent teachers and coaches out there who read a book or participate in a course and then they go about and teach you the same shit that they haven't mastered themselves. So I guess a side note is, do not trust people just at their face value. Make sure you research them and you actually know that they have achieved what you're hoping to achieve. But getting back to creative avoidance and being a persistent person, it's true. If you want to master that which you want to put out there, you want to put a course out there, you want to put a tripwire out there, you want to put your signature program out there, you want to put a consulting funnel out there, you want to put Facebook ads out there to build your list, you've got to stick with it despite distractions. You got to keep the focus. You got to come back to it. You got to keep doing the work, especially when it gets hard, especially when family intervenes, especially when you find techie challenges. Google the information, go to YouTube, find the tutorials to help you overcome that hurdle. I taught myself how to hack WordPress themes and build my own WordPress site, and they're pretty freaking amazing considering I'm not a WordPress designer, I'm not a coder, but I taught myself all of these skills by Googling information, going to YouTube, watching videos, spending hours and hours and hours and days and days and days learning that information because I'm passionate about it and I love doing it and I wanted to get results. And I've also invested a shit ton of money in mentors and coaches over the 15 plus years I've been in business, and which has helped me be successful. But if you're sitting there and you're complaining about not getting on or experiencing this hurdle and that hurdle, then you're just whining, okay? I don't want to hear you whine. I want to see you succeed. And the only way you succeed is by getting shit done. And the only way to get shit done is by being persistent and actually working on your dream, because nobody else can make that happen for you, girl. Nobody, right? Nobody can make your dream real for you than you yourself. And if you give up, well, that's it. Your dream's gone. Poof, the bubbles burst. And it's just a shame. It really is, because you deserve success. And I know without doubt that you can be successful, but you've got to be persistent and stick with it. If you make a commitment to something, see that commitment through. That is the true that basically is true congruence. It's integrity. It's character strength, right? It's the mindset of an Olympian, because the Olympians, they're slogging it away secretly when we don't watch. And what do you think, all these big sports people do that you follow, like whether it's a tennis player or a soccer player or an AFL player or a player or a hockey player or an Olympian, an athlete, doesn't matter. These guys, they are training every single day, hours up and hours up and hours up and hours. They're not in the spotlight when they do that. They don't get glorified for doing that. The glory comes when they are running the race or they're winning the game and they're standing on the pedestal with a medal in their hand. That's when the world pays attention and celebrates them. But no one's going to celebrate you when you're stuck behind your keyboard battling stuff and your mindset and your avoidance, which happens to all of us, me included. People don't see that shit. They don't celebrate us for that, right? You get celebrated when you have tons of followers and when you have a sexy body and amazing abs and you look amazing and you have long hair and a big bum or a little bum. It doesn't really matter. You get celebrated for being an influencer. You're not going to get celebrated for being in the trenches of your business and doing the bloody hard work. But doing the bloody hard work is going to make you that instant celebrity one day, okay? It's going to get you to where you want to be. And if you don't want to be a celebrity, which you don't have to be, then at least you're going to be successful and you can provide for your children, for your grandchildren, for your lover, for your husband, for your wife. You can supply them with a better lifestyle and your whole family can have better choices. But if you're not persistent, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to go back into work persisting with my to-do list so I can launch that signature course next month. But You have a great day. Take this message to heart, from my heart to yours. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Well, that's it for this episode of Client Attraction Alchemy. Make sure you comment below and tell us what you loved about this video, and we'll see you for our next broadcast.